Okay, I did post a whole video trying to get into some of the backstory that led up to our wedding reception, but I can kind of tell you what my brother-in-law and sister-in-law were thinking when they hijacked our photographer out of our wedding to get personal photos done for themselves because they texted it to my husband freaking out. So let me just go over this. Now, if you didn't see the backstory video that I posted late last night, I am referring to my brother-in-law as D and his wife as Essie. And again, it has been a very weird, bad relationship for the last year and a half, at least with my involvement. My poor husband has had a really toxic relationship with his brother forever. He always puffs up and screams at my husband, Steven, and Steven has been trained his entire life to back down and take it, and I'm kind of sick of it. I'm like, honey, we got to stand up for ourselves at some point, because if my husband doesn't have good boundaries, I don't get to have good boundaries. But here's what my brother-in-law said when he saw my original TikTok, which I think was really tame comparatively, but let's get into it. D wrote to my husband, "Okay, this is a bit disjointed because I keep adding shit to it. So your wife needs to keep family drama off of social media, especially when she's spinning it in a bullshit way. We were never told that you wanted photos with us at all, period." Okay, first of all, photo time was printed on the invitations. And at the reception, we had the DJ make multiple announcements. I was having people who came out to take photos go back in and say, "Hey, can you really loudly call out in there for the next set of people to come out if they want to take pictures with the bride and groom?" Like, how many open invitations do you need to come take a fucking photo with your own brother, dude? We even had a photo booth right behind our sweetheart table at the reception, and those motherfuckers never once came up to do photos with us. Never. And like I said in the background story, I had them placed right up front adjacent to our sweetheart table, and Essie got up and hid in the middle table, and D was right behind her. So I couldn't have gotten to them for anything in my big poofy dress. I'm sorry, to continue, McGann pretty much ignored us the whole time and didn't say she wanted photos with us. Again, do we all see how stupid that is as an argumentative point? You all ran off and never told us anything, and all I can imagine by that is that he means we came in to set up the reception at 9:30. At like 10:50, we ran into the dressing room to get dressed in our wedding clothes so that we could be out in the garden at 11 as per the invitation. And he continues, "We asked the photographer's name as a favor to get some photos for us." Like, she shouldn't be doing you favors. You have relatives there. You have people who are mutual friends with my husband there. My photographer who is working right now should not be doing you any fucking favors. We offered to let her use our phones to take the pictures, and she said no, it was okay, because she wasn't gonna let this shit slide behind my back. She's one of my closest friends. We totally would have asked someone else to take pictures, but you didn't. Again, she said it was okay because you lied to her face and told her that we already said okay and approved you doing it. You did not tell her the truth of the scenario, and you would not leave her alone, D. Maybe mom asked her a bunch more, I don't know, but we didn't pressure her. That's crap if the photographer's name wants to spin it, so we're the bad guys. That's fine. Whatever. Okay, start projecting and deflecting all over the place here. We were asking for a favor from a friend, and we would have asked someone else if she hadn't said it was okay. Again, she only said it was okay because you lied to her face and wouldn't leave her alone about it. I've got multiple people who accounts to this. We probably won't be together in a group like that, dressed nicely for years, and we wanted to get some photos. Then go hire somebody to take your photos. Or wait until after the reception. Or go to fucking JCPenney Studios. This is not our problem. Try to fucking guilt trip us. On top of that, name our autistic child, which is already, like, stupid to begin with. This child is 21, 22 years old. He is not a child. He has autism, and we told them directly. We looked at Essie and put it in text, hey, if this person does not want to come, we don't want our wedding to be a punishment. They don't have to come. And they're like, oh, no, unless they're working, we'll be there. We'll all be there. But blank, our autistic child was having a breakdown while you were doing photos, so we didn't come looking for you because we were a bit busy. Something McGann should understand, because my 8-year-old son is autistic. And you know what, fucko? I do understand autism. You didn't text, you didn't say anything, and your son shouldn't have been there because family gatherings shouldn't be a punishment for a grown-ass man who should have some autonomy over his own life and decisions. But whatever, what do I know? I'm only the custodial parent of my children. So to clear the air even more, in fact, McGann has blown us off every time we've tried to do anything with you since Xmas of 2022. Doesn't even make sense because I have sent so many invitations to Essie, who always says I'll get back to you and never does. And Xmas 2022, after that, those two were planning their wedding. They didn't have any time for us. I went out alone with Essie. So whatever he's talking about, he doesn't fucking know. And I don't know if his wife Essie is lying to him and just not telling him about these invitations or what's going on, but this is some manipulative bullshit. She's made it pretty clear that she doesn't want us around. We've invited you both over numerous times. I have 2 children in school. I can't just drop everything or make my autistic 8-year-old disappear because you want to play board games. I'm not paying somebody to babysit my kid just to go hang out with yours. We ask you first generally, but she's the one that replies every time. Again, maybe take the hint. Why should we think you want us to be in your pictures when you A, blow us off all the time, and B, never said anything? Okay, the reason I stopped redoing my whole schedule and having people take my kids to things to go hang out with D and Essie is because we would schedule plans with them sometimes months in advance, and then we'd be like, hey, we're here for your plans. Where the heck are you guys? And Essie would be like, oh, we're out hiking. Sorry, we're not doing that today. So no, not doing that. Nope, not going to continue to do that shit. As for the actual pictures, how about you take the money for the washer and dryer that you sold, donated, or otherwise got rid of as payment for them? Fuck you, because that wasn't even your washer and dryer. My husband paid for 75% of the washer and dryer that his brother D took with him when he got married and the 2 brothers stopped living together. And Essie gave my husband Steven her old washer and dryer because she didn't need them anymore. That's so much bullshit. They never said it was a loan. They never said it was a loan, and Steven never got paid for his 75% of the washer and dryer that he paid for. So fuck them on that, because those were Essie's on loan and you got rid of them. Is there anything else that was on loan that was gotten rid of? That's just the most obvious one to us. Again, like, F you, dude. And then he does a TLDR, where he's like, oh, we would have asked someone else for photos if we knew McGann was going to throw a fit, and she doesn't like us, and no one told us she wanted photos because you blow us off every time, and you sold our dryer, like, such stupid BS, and I only have a few seconds here. And at the end he goes, and actually read this and think about it, and don't let McGann tell you how to reply. This was me on my own. Essie would have been much meaner, trust me. So you know your wife's a bitch.